Welcome to Breakthrough Mode, the podcast where we intentionally get into the driver's seat of our lives, shift out of monotony and mediocrity, and step on the gas towards becoming the person we were always meant to become. Hello and welcome to episode 259 on the Breakthrough Mode podcast. I am your host, Megan Bauer. Thank you so much for joining me and pushing play on today's episode. This is Monday Morning with Megan, and we are wrapping up our fourth and final week in our month-long decluttering series. If you haven't been following along, in the first week of April, we tackled decluttering our physical things, our physical environment, and how some of the things that we keep around us tie us to past versions of ourselves. And by getting rid of these physical things, we release those ties, and it's so much easier to either have the space to step into who we're becoming next, or to fill that space with something that is more supportive to your next version of you. Then in the second week of April, we tackled our digital life and digital decluttering and making sure that our tech serves us and isn't just a hole that takes our attention and our time and our energy. And then in the third week, we tackled the mental capacity that we have and clearing out our schedule, clearing out our to-do lists, making decisions, like true concrete decisions that you don't waffle on, and really decluttering your headspace, because it's hard to connect into who you are becoming next when you are literally way down in your head by tackling what your experience is right now. And this week, we are going hard. This week can be a little bit confronting, but it's all done in love. Because without this piece, honestly, the rest of it won't add up to much. Because at the end of the day, all of that, all of the physical decluttering and your tech decluttering and your schedule decluttering, mental decluttering, all of that is in service to help you let go of parts of yourself that you need to sacrifice in order to step into the next version of you. Now, this can be comfort. This can be habits and patterns, ways of thinking, ways you show up and engage with the world. But at some point, there are parts of you that you have to let go of in order to grow and become into the next version of you. This week, we are talking about the cost of becoming, because at some point, you will reach this point where you just can't stay the same anymore. And in order to do new things, in order to create new results in your life, there are things that you have to let go of. And these are the invisible things. These are the fear of judgment, the fear of criticism, the fear of being seen. These are comfort zones, the way things have always been done. These are oftentimes the scariest things to let go of, but they make the biggest difference when you finally let go of it. So this week, your invitation is to start becoming aware of the things that are keeping you stuck, your ways of being, your habits, your patterns, your thoughts, those things that are keeping you stuck. Start becoming aware today of those things. Because I would bet, and I have a friend who would bet, that you know exactly what it is you need to let go of, sacrifice, overcome, however you want to say it. You know exactly what those things are. It's time to notice and acknowledge these things. Acknowledge what you are refusing to let go of that is keeping you stuck. Start asking yourself, what are you unwilling to do? What are you unwilling to face? What position are you unwilling to put yourself in? And maybe a little bit softer. Where are you protecting yourself when maybe you need to drop the walls and just go for it? Tomorrow, I will be in your inbox with an email, personal story from me, and how I see this playing out in my life. On Wednesday, we'll be back in the podcast where I will share a vulnerable real life story of where I'm sacrificing in my life, what that feels like, and how freaking scary it is. Because it is scary and it's worth it. It's both. Two things are true. Okay, to wrap up today, I have a quote for you by one of my favorites, Henry David Thoreau. I had never read this quote before, but man, is it powerful. So here it is. He said, "The price of anything is the amount of life you exchange for it." So let me unpack that a little bit for you. The price of whatever it is that you want, the accomplishment, the goal, the life experience, the person that you want to become, that price is going to be paid oftentimes by the things that you are right now unwilling to do, unwilling to let go of, unwilling to sacrifice. And as soon as you are willing to let go of those things, willing to sacrifice those things, once you've paid that price, then you get to have that goal. You get to have that accomplishment. You get to be that person. But there's a part of your life, and it's most likely a fear-based part, or it's a habit-based part, or it's a comfort-based part of your life that is the price. That's what I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me. I totally love you. Bye for now.